Yes guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to talk about an event that took place a couple of days ago, in fact earlier on this week, called the Bitcoin halving. So first of all, you probably noticed something different about me. Can you see it? Yes, it's the hair. I let one of my friends cut my hair. As we all know, barbers are completely closed during this period, so we got to make do with what we can. The long hair is currently gone. I have been fasting as well over the last couple of weeks. So Bitcoin halving, we're going to talk about exactly what it is, make you guys understand it a lot more, and for all the crypto lovers out there, how every single one of you can benefit from what has happened with the crypto halving and the Bitcoin halving and the rest of the Bitcoin world, what's going to take place, and price predictions as well. So Bitcoin halving, what is it? So Bitcoin halving is the process in which the mining is cut in half. Yeah, so the reward that the miner gets for mining each coin is cut in half. Now you're going to ask me, what is mining? Bitcoin mining is the process in which new coins are put into circulation. Yeah, and every time a transaction is verified, the miner, who is mining these coins, gets rewarded a certain amount of Bitcoins, and it is fixed throughout the rest of the lifetime of Bitcoin and throughout the whole algorithm that was created from day one to where it is today, and till the end of the mining process, which will finish off in 2040. Now, how much are you rewarded per mining session? First of all, obviously you want to ask me, what is mining, right? Like I said, it is the verification process in which every single transaction is verified, and every time you verify a transaction, you get rewarded a certain amount of Bitcoins, right? Very simple as that. Now, every few years, every time a certain number of blocks are mined, it cuts down in half. Now, unfortunately, with the currency that, the rest of the world is giving out there, we are ending up sending out more money into the stratosphere, into more money into the world, and more money is being printed on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, and on a monthly basis. So this is why Bitcoin is also called the gold of the internet, because gold has a limited supply, exactly the same as Bitcoin. There is only going to be 21 million coins mined, and that is it. There won't be any more, there won't be any less. Yeah. Whereas fiat currency, your normal pounds, dollars, euros, whatever currency you use, day-to-day currency that is printed and made by the government, that is completely inflatable, and more is pushed out into circulation and into the public, making it very inflatable in value. Yeah, so Bitcoin is deflatable. In fact, the reason why mining or halving simply occurs is one main reason, is to decrease inflation. That is the main reason why the halving takes place, is to help decrease the inflation of the coin, and the value of the coin. So many years ago, when Bitcoin first came out, it was about 10p or 10 pence per coin. Today it is about 7,200 pounds per coin. That is obviously about 11 years later. So that is a very big increase in value. And the reason for this is because the mining difficulty has been increased over time. It has been harder and harder to get your hands on some Bitcoins, increasing the value of it. And now, obviously, only if you are pretty wealthy and you have that kind of money lying around, then you're able to buy some, right? Other than that, you're not able to buy any. And it's only for the ones who can actually afford it. And it's also the supply and demand works very well hand in hand with the halving and the inflation as well. So don't you agree, if there's more supply in the atmosphere, in the stratosphere, it's easier to get hold of, so it's not worth as much. But if there's less supply, but the demand remains the same for it, or in fact the rest of the world starts hearing about it and the demand starts increasing, then the value goes up, right? Exactly the same with gold, exactly the same with Bitcoin. They literally work hand in hand. There is a reason why, like I said, this is called the gold of the internet. And it is the gold of the future, because there's only going to be a certain amount ever mined, whereas gold, new mines can randomly be found. New mines can randomly be dug up somewhere. What if a new mine is found in Canada tomorrow? If a new mine is found in Canada tomorrow, the price of gold will drop, because there will be an increased supply of gold into the rest of the world. The supply wouldn't remain the same anymore. Let's just say there's about 100,000 kilos of gold currently in the stratosphere right now in the world. yeah, and tomorrow that increases to about 120,000 kilos of gold. Yeah, the current price of each kilo now will drop in value because of the supply has increased, but the demand has remained the same. With Bitcoin, the supply is always going to be the same. In fact, it's going to decrease over time, slowly. The more supply that is pumped in, yeah, into the stratosphere will be less and less over time. Now, this is the timeline on how much you are rewarded per mining session. Yeah, so each miner is rewarded a certain amount of coins per mining session. So when Bitcoin first came out in 2009, yeah, or it was actually created in 2008, but released into the public in 2009, 50 coins were mined per session. Now that is a lot of coins. Now 50 coins per the current price today is a hell of a lot of money. Yeah, but back then it wasn't at all. It was about £5, to be honest with you. Then about 3 years later, it cut down again because a certain amount of transactions and blocks were verified and completed, and then it cut down to 25 coins per session. Then in 2016, it cut down again to 12.5 coins per session, and just a couple of days ago, it cut down to 6.25 coins per session. And the next one is roughly going to be in 2024, where it'll be 3.125 coins mined per session. Yeah, so as you can see, over time it is exactly cutting down in half as time goes along, and by the time 2040 comes along, when the last coin is ever mined, we're hardly going to see any mining or rewards coming from the mining sessions at all. So it was very profitable to mine Bitcoins back in the day, but now if you are looking to do exactly the same, it will take you a long time just to break even on the mining equipment that you've just bought. And it's very simple. You can just literally go online, buy an Antminer S9 Plus or an Antminer S9 Pro, and you can plug it in and start mining coins straight away. But it will take you, like I said, a very long time just to break even on those coins or on the money that you have invested into the Antminer in the first place. So trust me about this, forget about it. You're better off just working hard, investing your money directly into the coin yourself, rather than waiting for it to be mined and rewarded. If this was, like I said, 10 to 11 years ago, you would be laughing right now. Clearly, it isn't, and later on down the line, it's a lot harder to mine coins and the mining difficulty has increased. And the main reason for this is because the decrease of inflation. Yeah, this helps the price push even further up the prices of a Bitcoin along the 100,000 marks, or very much approaching very soon. So the less amount that is pumped into the economy, the more valuable it is, because there's less of it available for everybody to actually get a hold of and take home with them. Now you might have got bored, but now you're going to ask me, and this is the most important and most interesting part, and the reason why you're all here as well: how can we benefit from this Bitcoin halving? Yeah, because let's be honest, who cares about the halving? Obviously some care, I care myself, to be honest, but the main care is how can we all benefit from it, and how can we maximize our profits from making money from the Bitcoin halving. Now, over the last few Bitcoin halving sessions that have been taking place, over the last 3 times that it has happened, within a year and a half of it happening, the price has created an all-time high. Yeah, so after 18 months of a halving taking place, a new all-time high of the price of Bitcoin has been created. Now, the last all-time high we saw in the UK was, I think, in 2018, beginning of 2018 or end of 2017. We saw the price push to an all-time high of about £17,500 per coin. The new all-time high that will be created over the next 18 months, I see, is about £30,000 to £40,000. Yeah, it could be higher, it could be slightly lower, but that is the main prediction that is literally leveled off, which I got from many averages. Some people are saying a lot higher, some people are saying, not that high, some people are saying slightly lower, but I got a bit of an average of about 80 different price predictions, and I averaged it out to about 30 to 40,000 per coin in the next 18 months. So if you are buying Bitcoin today, buy it in, however amounts you want. You don't have to buy it all in one go, but what I would suggest is what I mentioned on a previous video, which is dollar average investing. So that means you split up your investment over time and just buy a certain amount. Let's say you buy £100 this week, you buy another £100 of Bitcoin next week, you buy another £100 the following week, and just keep doing exactly the same until 18 months has passed, or until Bitcoin has finally hit that 10k figure and you can stop investing. Or you can keep on investing investing until, you know, however long it takes. I'm going to keep on investing anyway. I've got a lot of coins that I bought, you know, a long time ago, about 5 to 6 years ago, and I'm still holding those coins today. Yeah, and I'm still buying more coins which are worth so much more, but I'm paying so much more now compared to how much I was back then when I was buying coins. Yeah, so obviously you can imagine, the longer you go at it, the bigger your coin portfolio is going to be, the bigger your bank balance is going to be once the price does reach an all-time high. Yeah, but I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Thank you for watching. I hope this has been great knowledge for you guys. I hope this has been great help for you, and make sure you like this video, smash that like button, subscribe to this video, and turn on the notification bells, and I will definitely catch you on the next video.